Hello, and welcome to the... Guess I can't get rid of that again. Hello, and welcome to episode... No, sorry. Technically this is episode / day 6, because I missed some stuff out, and... You know what? Screw it. Hello, and welcome to day 6. I apologise for that, because... I realised that 3 minutes probably wasn't, like, the best thing to do with the last one. I mean, it's simple. It's really simple. It could not be any more simple. But I did have to do a few small, simple checks just to make sure that we were all on the same page as what to do on day 6. On day 6, we will get to our accommodation of James. And then we will make our way from him to our destination over here. And this is technically the starting point of the next part of the journey. We might, though, beforehand, take a trip to Albert Park. We might even take a trip to Teesside University. Who knows? But the point is that we have to get to this road here. Now, I've been to this road several times, so it should be quite easy to get there. Anyway, once we get to this road, and I have checked this entire road for paths, I know that's one of the problems that me and Ben faced trying to do all of the other episodes, especially the ones that have just gone. Episode 5 and day 5 was an absolute nightmare to get through, and yeah, it was nearly impossible. But we did it. We worked it out in the end, and we were able to successfully do that, so I'm really proud that we were able to do that. We have to head up the road called Trunk Road, and that's it. You know, it's a long stretch of road, and it has path all the way to where we want to go. Now, one of the things that I wanted to check out up here was a different road, because I thought to myself, you know, if we've been walking on this road for too long, I was like thinking to myself, wouldn't it be nice to pop down this path here and, you know, go onto the beach or the promenade of the beach? And I was like, yeah, that's a lot better. So when we get to here, past the Red Car Community Fire Station, the first turn off that comes off from there that heads towards the correct place, which is the beach, means that we just walk across here, and presto, we're at the beach. And then we just walk along the beach. Not much to see apart from, you know, a few indiscrepancies. That's not right. That's not the right word at all. But we'll be on the promenade and on the beach. And if we're not on the promenade or the beach, there is a path that goes right the way down, like normal. Always make sure there's a path, or just walk on the beach, or walk on the headland of the beach, because that doesn't get flooded by the ocean. Gotta do another big sort of shout out here as well to another familiar face, well, not a familiar face, but a familiar name that has popped up quite a few times. That's not right at all. Once, and but thanks to another you know what, I'm just gonna say it. Her name is Sophie, and she helped out a lot with the Sunderland stuff. Turns out I did not know something, and she has told me this, and I cannot actually quite believe this, but we've looked at it, and this is actually a bit crazy. The Cleveland Way path starts here at Saltburn. And what's crazy about this path goes from here this blew me away. The path goes from exactly where the mouse is there, all the way along the coast, right? All the way along the coast until we get to the edge of Briglington. It is a long path. And what is so insane is that we can use that path for the whole trip down to Briglin, which is like that's episode 11. And it's like, there's so much of that journey that can now just be plotted based on a simple path. And that path takes us past so many like hidden little gems that people just sort of take pictures of, but they don't really look at them. So that's where we come in, you know? We see the little, we're gonna see the things that no one else gets to see that often. So what are we gonna see whilst we're on the Cleveland Way? Well, at the start, not a lot of stuff, just the normal stuff, but straight away, as soon as we're walking along, we find loads of things. A sculpture, for instance, aka the charm bracelet, is on our journey. As we're passing by this field, the Gubular fan house, or the Bruduta fan house, obviously not really sure what it is, but it's a house. It's a historical landmark house. That's another stop, you see, so we've got 2 stops straight away. Not entirely sure what they are, but we have stops. Of course, we're on the headland, right? So we have access to numerous things, but that's not all. When we pass through the smaller places, we have access to things like the Reaper's boat sculpture. This is just a bit nuts, really. In general, just a bit nuts. Because this path, it just keeps on going. And we, go through a lot of stuff. Like, we pass by the moss seat. The moss seat is a seat made entirely of moss that was just left to go. People can sit on it. You can sit on it. You can sit on a seat completely made of moss. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but I think that must be the most comfortable seat in the whole of the UK. So it's going to be nice to sit on that. And we just keep walking along this beach. Not along this beach, along this path. And we can just stay on it. And it goes through here, up to this path here, but it doesn't. I got caught off guard for the first time, and I was like, oh no, where's it gone? It's like, it's right there. It literally goes right through the middle. There's the path. So, that's the path. And it continues, and it just keeps going. And this is just brilliant. To think we've had a huge, and what's brilliant about all this as well, to think that we've had, well, I've had, at least over the last 2 days, a huge headache of just being like, it's over, it's over. We can't do this. It's done. Ben, I know that if you're watching this, again, 1,000, thank yous to you, because I was so close to giving up. I was really close to giving up, and to be able to find a route, to be able to just talk to a friend and then find a route that worked, it was just nice. And then of course the other, nice thing about that whole thing is having that, to be able to say, okay, that's what we're doing, this is what we're going to change, that's what we're going to do there, That worked. But the other thing as well, guys, I can't actually quite believe that the Cleveland Way starts at Saltburn and goes all the way to Bruin. I think that's just crazy. But anyway, we're here at the States. There's not much in the States, but there is a path. So, at the States, we go over here, we go into the High Street, we go up here, there's a church street that goes up to a church that no longer exists, unfortunately. And then we're back on the Cleveland Way. And just stay on the Cleveland Way, and I'm just going to check if this is a landmark. It might not. No, it's not. But we do get to the Port Mulgrave, and we come off the Cleveland Way here. And on day 7, we will continue on that path. Well, yeah, we'll continue on that path on day 7. But day 6, we come up this path, and there's Serenity Camping. Now, I don't actually know how we get into Serenity Camping, which is something that's just occurred to me, because it's in a closed area. Oh yeah, it is in a closed area. How do we get in? Hello? Do I just knock on the front? Oh, that is intriguing. Actually, how do we get in? Oh. How does anyone get in? How do the caravans get in? Okay, this is... Ooh, this is a bit of a... This is a bit of a one. This is really a bit of a one. How do we actually get in? Uh-oh. Now, don't start panicking. That's the next thing you're not going to do. Not going to panic. We're not going to panic. We're going to zoom in as far as we can zoom in. Now, is that a way through, or is that not a way through? Does the orange man help us? Mr. Orange Man cannot help me. But... no, that's not a way in, because there's a fence here. Unless it's through here, but that still doesn't make much sense. Because you'd have to get into here somehow. Unless there's a road. Ah, there's a road there. Is that a road that I can... No, it's not. It is a drive though, but that's someone's house. And so is that. Well, the only way I can see that you could go in is here. And then climb over some wood by the looks of things, but that can't be right either. 3D. Even though it doesn't really much 3D it, but... climb over that? Maybe? But then again, how do you get... Oh, we're gonna have to do some more research into this. It is here, this is what we're using, but how do we get in? Is quite a pickle. I don't actually know how we get in. But that is where we're staying, so you know, we're not changing that. But if we can't get in, then well, actually that would be stupid. There's no reason not to be able to get in, because if you couldn't get in, then there'd be no one staying there. And you wouldn't have a business if no one was staying there. Okay. Well, that's day 6. Bit more research needed, I think, on Serenity Camping, but apart from that, that's where we're staying. And that's day 6 in a nutshell. Join me for episode 7, when we go from the Port of Mulgrave to our next destination, which is only 5 miles away, if you can believe that, in Whitby. It is a place called the Folly, or Garden Folly, or something along those lines. But anyway, end of day 6. Adios and goodbye. Okay, it's not actually stopped. Is this an outtake? It hasn't actually stopped recording yet. Okay, then I will talk for a little bit more then, shall I? Honestly? Really? Oh, great, okay, fine, I'll talk some more. That's the ocean. That's the sea. Even though the ocean and the sea are the same thing, so I don't really understand what that line was about. Okay, since that's not stopped recording properly for some reason, I am going to take a second to ask the simple question for Serenity Camping. Where is your main entrance? How do we get in? How does anyone get in? What is the point of you? What is the point of having a service when you can't even get in? Okay, let's have a look down here. Is there a way to get in at the bottom? No, there isn't. That's a completely locked off hedge. Okay, but there is a way through there, but that doesn't help. There's a way through there, but that doesn't help. There's a way through there, that doesn't help. There's a way through there, that doesn't help. Oh, come on, you must have a way in, surely. No, what am I thinking? Of course they have a way in. It's just not obvious. Okay, let's turn this around. No, not like that, you stupid 3D. Turn. Now then. Is that a path? And if that's a path there, could that be the main entrance? It could be. It could be. Next question is, where do we camp? Huh. Do we camp in here? Or... well, that's for caravans, obviously. Where do we camp? Is this us? Is this where we'd be camping? In here? That would be alright. Ah. I'd like to camp down by this little pond. That's where I'd like to camp. If we can. If we can say, hey, we saw on your thing there was a pond. Can we be by the pond? Please? Or at least not near the pond, but in the vicinity of it. So, about here would be nice. That's where I'd like to be. Because it's running water, technically. Even though we are in the vicinity of being in running water, I'm just saying that being next to a pond might be quite nice. Because it is a pond. That's clearly a pond. So yeah, that'd be nice. Be next to a pond. Right, now it's decided that it wants to end the thing. Okay, thank you. But that's what I want. That's where I want us to be, Ben. That's what I want. I want us to be here. I want us to be by this pond. That's what I want. I also want to know how to get in, but I don't think that's obvious, so... ha ha ha. Very funny, no way in. Well, being serious though, that is absolutely one of the stupidest things not to see visually. A way in. Anyway. This has been day 6. Again. Yeah, this has been day 6, and you'll see me again very shortly in the next couple of days for episode 7. Or maybe again tonight, who knows. Anyway, adios and goodbye. Are you going to work this time? It is. Very well. This is Peter Reviews, episode 6. Adios and goodbye.